What's up YouTube? I'm Josh Newlin from Newlin Performance. In this video I'm going to do a full game analysis of one of my games from last season. So if you follow Become Elite or Matt Sheldon's channel, he does a lot of these game analysis videos, and this is going to be very similar to how he does it. Pretty much every touch on the ball, I'm going to show a few where I don't touch the ball but I have an impact on the play. And then I'm just going to pause it if there's something I want to explain to you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy this, can learn something from it, or at least see more of what college soccer looks like. And some background about this game: this was my first collegiate start, and this was, I want to say maybe 6 or 7 games into the season. Austin College is one of our conference rivals. We drove up there to stay. It was like a 5-hour drive, so it's a away game for us. This game was at about like 3 or 4 p.m. It's kind of middle of the afternoon. We played after the girls, and I was playing center back here. I normally play right center back. I'm also number 24, and I'll highlight it in a few plays when it's not clear. But with all that said, let's just get into it. So the start of the game, kickoff, they start off with the ball, passes back to the mid. He tries to play a long, direct ball in over the top. Our fullback, Frankie, just forced him to pass it back. So this play doesn't really lead to anything, and they try to do this a lot throughout the game. They really tried to play direct and play long balls. So here the center mid is going to play a ball to the forward that's checking in. I follow him, and once he plays it back, then I drop back into position. And this is a big part of playing center back. You got to follow the forwards and they check in, but you also have to make sure the space behind you is covered by your other center back or a fullback, so they can't play those through balls in behind you, which get really dangerous. Here the mid plays the through ball in. I'm just running with the forward. He takes a touch out of bounds and we get a throw in. So the mid makes a bad pass. I intercept it, play it to one of our mids, and we just move it down the field. So I get to the ball first here, and I decide to chip it up to our forward, but looking back, I think it would have been a better decision if I just played it to my mid or out wide. In this play, I leave my man to pressure the guy with the ball, and he passes it around me, but my center back and my fullback do a really good job covering for me here, and they get the ball clear of danger. The mid plays a long ball in over the top here. I'm ready and I'm in the right position, so I play it back out to Noe, my other center back, and that's a big key of defending, is you got to be able to cover for each other and be in the right position and be ready. And the forward gets lucky here to get around Noe in this play. He tries to play a through ball in, but I'm ready for that too, so I intercept it and I clear it up to my forward. So they're counter-attacking us here. I step up. I'm not aware of the guy making a run behind me, so I'm caught in an awkward position here, and he plays the ball through behind me. But again, Noe does a great job covering for me, so no harm is done. So the wing tries to play a cross in here. I'm in the right position on my man, so I just step in front of it and lay it off to my mid. So we lose possession here. They start a counterattack. I make sure that the run's being tracked before I commit and step forward, and as soon as I do, he tries to play it in to the forward, and Noe and our left fullback Jacob do a great job here and get the ball back. Mid tries to play a through ball into my man. I'm tracking his run, so when he tries to pass it back across, I block it and it goes out for a corner. So the mid plays a long ball into their wing, settles it, he takes on fullback. I follow the forward thinking he's making a run and he might play it to him, but the winger cuts inside and takes a good shot here and scores. Looking back at this, I take the blame for this one. I should have stepped up. The winger cutting in was much more of a threat than the forward making whatever kind of run he was making. I could have and should have stepped in front of that shot, but now we're down 1-0. There's about 15 minutes left in the half. So their mid's dribbling in and their forward makes a run offsides, so I step up. Although I missed my challenge, but it's enough to throw him off, so it makes a bad pass and we get the ball back. So they clear it out, and I actually make a really good first touch pass out of the air to my wing to just get us back on offense again. So they played in over the top. I'm a little bit behind my man, and once I catch up, I get caught flat-footed, so he takes a touch around me, takes it to the end line. Luckily, we have numbers in the box, so his first pass doesn't connect, but we give up a dangerous shot, and Cody makes a great save here. So we earn a corner, I get a good connection and a header towards goal here, and then this volley, I just have no excuse to miss that. So he's taking it up the field, the forward checks in, and I'm late to follow him. He plays the forward plays a 1-2, and I'm late, so I get caught out of position, and luckily the fullback does a great job covering for me here. So I just should have got to the forward sooner, so he couldn't have made that 1-2 pass. So we got a throw in here. Our forward Caleb tries to flick it on. Alfie missed his first shot, goes into the defender, but he gets the rebound and scores a beautiful half volley into the far post corner. So we all celebrate together on the sideline. This gives us a lot of energy. And honestly, up until this point, I think we had more energy than them. We had more control of the game. Yeah, we messed up. We let a goal in, but we didn't let our heads fall, and then it ended up in us getting a goal, and there's about 8 to 10 minutes left before half now. Another long ball played into the forward, but I don't let him turn, and my mid steps in, make a good tackle, so we get the ball back again. So this bouncing ball comes out to me. I try to play it first time to my mid or my winger. And to be honest, I don't know how it rolls through all of them, but it happens. So our winger Juan takes an amazing free kick here, but unfortunately just bounces off the crossbar and goes out for a goal kick. So here the ref blows for halftime. We've got good momentum, good energy. I think overall we played better than them the first half. Of course, you only saw a couple of our opportunities, but going into the half with the goal, keeping it 1-1. I think it says we have one more shots on goal than they do, and that free kick as well. So we've played well so far, but we still have a lot of work to do. So at the start of the second half now, we try to play it direct this time. It just doesn't work out. So their center back actually plays a really good ball into their wing here, and he tries to play it through to the forward, but I'm there, so I just keep it out for a throw-in. So their mid tries to dribble it up the middle of the field here. I step up a little bit, force him to make it a pass out wide, and I drop back into the box. He crosses in, I kick it up, and eventually we get it out of danger here, and nothing really happens in this play. So at first I was going to try to settle and control this ball, but then I sense a man's behind me, so I just head it back to my mid. So one of their defenders decides to take us on. He takes it down the middle of the field, and me and Noe step up at the last second. I think the shot actually comes off my heel, so it goes comfortably into Cody's hands. And here the ball kind of gets bobbled around. I head it down to my mid, and he does a really good job handling it, not losing it, and playing it out to our fullback. So this is another example of me getting caught in an awkward position when I step up again, but again, Noe does a great job covering for me and keeps us out of any danger. So the wing plays yet another ball in over the top. Noe, my center back, gets tangled up with a forward, and the ref calls it a PK. Definitely not a good call, but it happens. So we're all pretty frustrated now, and we don't want to lose control of this game, but he takes a bad PK. Cody makes a great save. Everyone goes crazy, and then immediately we take it down the field and almost get a one-on-one opportunity with their goalie. You can barely see, but he has to clear it out of bounds. So quick throw, he gets just enough space to play it around me, but again, our defense does a great job covering and forces their guy to take a bad shot. So my mid plays it into me. I take a couple touches forward, but I quickly run out of space, and I don't make the best pass to the wing here, but he is able to whip in a pretty dangerous cross. So they clear it. I want to header over my man. We instantly go at him again. We lose possession, get it back quickly, play a ball over the top, and it's a great volley, but unfortunately right at the keeper. So my other center back, Noe, is right on the forward's back. He just takes a great touch around him. I'm there, I'm ready, and then I also track his run, and I just wanted to point that out because that's a big thing about defending. Covering each other and tracking runs is a huge part of it. So we've earned a free kick outside the box. I'm going to run in, trying to get a header on this, but this is just an amazing shot. Far post, upper corner. This is another great momentum boost in the game for us. And Cody's PK save is probably the biggest moment of this game because we could have been down by a goal, and then he makes a great save, and we just took that momentum and ran with it, and we end up getting a goal a few minutes later. And we've been creating chances this whole time. I'm only really showing you guys the goals and the really good shots, but we've probably had the majority possession as well. And as you can see, there's 23 minutes left in the half. We have a few more shots on goal than them. And it's also pretty funny. They try to take a quick kickoff. I think they can score on us. So they play yet another ball in over the top. I'm just a little bit behind my man. He gets a shot off, but I pressured him to take a first touch volley, and we end up getting a goal kick out of it. So a good switch ball to their wing. He tries to play the forward. My center back, Noe, is right on his back. He holds him up. I drop into the space that Noe left, and then the ball ends up falling right to me. I just play a clear right to the wing's feet, and then we go at him on offense. So their defender, dribbles at us, takes us on. I wasn't really expecting him to even get that far, so I'm a little late. I nudge him. I throw off his shot. He falls down. The ref doesn't call it, though, and Cody picks it up. So our center mid, Isra, plays a ball over the top, and then our wing, Trandai, takes a good touch with his chest and then his foot out in front of him and just pokes it past the keeper. And this might be the best goal of the game, in my opinion. And it's a great ball from our mid and great control and finish. And our wing, Trandai, just subbed in like minutes before he scored this, so we're all hyped. We've got all the energy and confidence right now. There's about 15 minutes left in the game now, and we're up 3-1. So one of their mids is dribbling at us. Me and Noe step up before he can get a good shot off, so he has to play it out wide to the wing. And the wing doesn't put a good cross in. It goes out, and we get a goal kick. So here I'm not aware of where the forward is, and luckily it's not a good cross, and I can get my head on it a couple times and get it out of danger. But as a center back, you got to be aware of where the forwards are, and you got to be goal side of them. So their defender, yet again, takes us on. Me and Noe weren't really expecting him to beat that many people, so we're kind of late. Noe slides, but he touches around him. And then I was expecting him to go far post, so I'm kind of blocking that angle. And I think it actually goes in between my legs and rolls in near post. But this is literally the third time he's done that exact thing in the game, so we should have known better. At least one of us should have stepped up. And clearly he's confident in the ball. He can take people on. So we should have anticipated and stepped up to block his shot sooner. So now it's 3-2 with about 10 minutes left to go in the game. It's just a reminder to us to not get cocky and keep taking it to him. One of their defenders clears it up. My other center back heads it, and I wasn't really expecting it to end up to me. So that probably should have been called a high kick, but then the ref does actually call, I think, a handball on our mid here. And this next opportunity is an amazing shot, like a knuckleball from probably 30, 40 yards out. Hits off the crossbar, and I think there's about just under 4 minutes left at this point in the game. So their goalie sends a long ball from a free kick here. I win an easy header. I missed my mid by a little bit, but our wing and captain, Banda, here wins the ball back and immediately plays it forward. So their mid throws it in, looking for their forward, but I get to the ball before him, and I actually play the ball out off of the forward, so we get a goal kick here, which is big with only a few minutes left in the game. So this is actually the last play that we have recorded of the game. Our mid, Jalen, takes a great shot from almost 30 yards out, just barely goes over the bar. And this was with about 50 seconds left in the game, and then we literally scored a goal with 20 seconds left in the game. Of course, they didn't get that recorded for whatever reason. So we end up winning 4-2. It's a big road win against a conference opponent. It's great to have my first collegiate start, on a strong one, our best one of the season, our best offensive performance of the season. Individually, not my best game. As a team defensively, not our best game. We gave up 2 goals that could have been prevented. I had a few mistakes here and there, but it was a win we were all proud of in the end, and I think it was because we had more energy and just wanted to win more than Austin College did. And if you want to know more about college soccer, I'll link a playlist up here with videos explaining Division III. What's a college soccer season like? What's my recruiting process? Things like that. If you're interested, I'll link that in the top corner. Hopefully, you learned something. You can see, what playing a center back college is like. Hopefully, you can take away a few things. You might have learned a few things. I tried to pause it a couple times, not too much, to explain, why we did this, how we cover for each other, pressure. And hopefully you can take this away and use it your own way too on your own film and do some of the same methods of, really pausing, rewinding, watching it in slow-mo. It's one of the best ways to improve, and you can even watch film on other teams, other players, understand their habits, understand how to beat them. Once you've reflected on yourself and what you need to do, then that's another extra step you could do as well, just to set yourself apart from everyone else. Thank you guys for the support. My next video is going to be out next Saturday. It's going to be how to get recruited to play college soccer. So like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Comment how often you watch film, how you do it, where you do it. I'm interested to hear from you guys. And thank you again. I'll see you on the next one.